Alright everyone, and we're back. He's a priest, but Kotomine Kide is not a man that should be approached. I don't want to go asking for advice, but he's the only one I can count on right now.
一度だけだ。それなら問題ないだろう。
I convinced myself and moved my aching body. It's almost 7 o'clock. "20 minutes walk from the station. The church is in the suburbs, away from the noisy town. It's been 9 days since I last went up this hill, but I'm going there pretty often now, considering that I've never went there before. To be honest, I don't like the church. Maybe that building itself is a forbidden place I shouldn't approach. The fire 10 years ago. The church took care of all the orphans at the time, so it reminds me of the incident whether I like it or not. I get up the hill and come out into the clearing. I get a sudden headache. It's not because of the wound on my shoulder. The wound is causing me to have a fever, but it shouldn't give me such a headache. My temples are hurting. I lose myself and feel a chill, as if my body is splitting in two like a shedding insect.
おかしいぞ、これ。
I bear the headache and start running. It's because of the hunch I've had since yesterday. The conviction that Tohsaka is in Shinto. That sensation is assailing me now and causing the headache. Then, something should be going on in there. There are bloodstains on the floor. The blood continues to the door at the back of the church.
違う。奥に続いてるっていうより、奥から外に出たって感じだ。
I'm curious about it, but now's not the time. If there's blood, it means someone's hurt. And this much too, their life must be in danger. I feel a sharp pain in my head. Dull heaviness settles in my body. I ignore it, take out the wooden sword and start walking quietly.
遠坂、いるのか?
Nobody replies. The air is tense. I feel like the windows here will break if I'm too loud. I follow the trail of blood. It's coming from in between the columns. A dark stairway that you would normally not notice.
地下へ続く階段。ここ、地下室があったんだ。
This is a church, so could it be a mausoleum? I don't have enough energy to just stand here and think. I cautiously step into the darkness. I descend into the dark. I see a faint light at the end of the stairs. Breathing quietly, I make my way down that faint light. The narrow corridor ends and I come out into an open space. It's a big stone room. The stairs follow the wall down to the catacombs. There's an open space at the end of the stairs. And there's the person I've been looking for. Tohsaka Rin. Tohsaka confronts the enemy before her with archer's protection. In front of her, in front of the altar, are two people. It does not even need to be said who they are. The magus in purple robe, Caster, and her master, Kuzuki. And on the altar behind them is Saber, who is looking down and panting painfully. My heart jumps. My pulse is beating faster than normal. The situation's obvious. Two pairs of masters and servants are confronting each other in the temple about 5 meters below me. They haven't noticed me standing above them as they're too absorbed. Tohsaka and Caster are looking for an opening to strike. It would be suicidal for them to look up in a situation like this. My heart beats even faster. My head pounds and my shoulder aches as if seared by a hot iron. I can't keep my presence hidden forever in this state. Caster or Kuzuki will notice me if they happen to look up just a bit. I'll go out. I can give Tohsaka an opening now. Not yet. I can't act so recklessly. You know, well, we're gonna have to play real smart. So, we're gonna see how things play out. I breathe quietly. I push my body against the wall and watch while keeping myself hidden. And besides, she still has Archer, so it's still too early. It'll be too reckless to charge in when I don't understand the situation yet. And more than anything, I don't have much power. The strengthened wooden sword is my only weapon. It's foolish to confront Castor without a plan. No, that's wrong. I do have another weapon.
バカな。それこそ何を考えている。
I can't use projection. Half my body became numb after I used it once. Archer told me that I'll end up worse if I do it again. Using magic beyond your capabilities can destroy you. If I use projection magic in this state, it'll be natural for me to die on the spot.
機会は必ず来る。今は。
I'll bide my time and wait for my chance.
そう。なら、綺麗は殺したわけ。
Her voice only holds murderous intent. Tohsaka is glaring at the enemy with coldness I've never seen before.
ええ、始末したわ。素直に聖杯を差し出す人間でもなさそうでしたからね。後々になって邪魔をされても困るもの。
In contrast, Castor is calm and composed. The Magus in purple cheerfully admits the murder of the priest. A grating sound echoes through the temple. He was more like a devil than a saint to me, but the priest was a fellow apprentice to Tohsaka. And he was killed. Even though he was involved and might have been prepared for it, it's not something she can take in readily.
そう。それは結構。綺麗もそれぐらいは覚悟していたでしょう。けどキャスター、一つ聞くけど、あいつの死体は確認した？
Am I mistaken, or has she suppressed all her anger? Tohsaka seems like she's not angry at all. Castor evades Tohsaka's question.
何を言い出すかと思えば、そのようなことあなたには関係ないでしょ。
ええ、全くないわ。けど他人事でもない。あいつが本当に死んだんなら安心できるから確認しただけよ。
それはどういう意味かしら、お嬢さん。
言葉通りの意味よ、キャスター。あいつがそう簡単に死ぬ玉かっての。もしはっきりと死体を確認していないんじゃ、まず間違いなく生きているって思っただけ。使えないわね、あなたも。どうせ綺麗を襲うならしっかりきっかり息の根を止めておけっていうのよ。まあいいわ。やることもできたし、早めに済ませましょう、キャスター。今回は人質もいないし、気持ちよく戦えるわ。
A signal to start. Tohsaka or Castor. If either one of them takes a step forward, this temple will be filled with magic.
大きく出たわね。あなた、この状況で私たちに勝てるつもりなのかしら？
やりようによってはね。幸いセイバーの制御もまだのようだし、条件は同じでしょ。それに久月先生のことも分かってる。セイバーは面食らってたけど、事前に知っていれば私のアーチャーの敵じゃないわ。
Tohsaka points to Archer while staring at Castor.
聞いての通りよ、アーチャー。キャスターの相手は私がする。下手に近づくとあんたまで契約破りを食らいかねないから。
私の相手はあの男か。それは構わないが、魔術師ではキャスターにはかなわないと分かっているのか、リン。
安心して、勝ち目もないことは言い出さないわ。キャスターは必ずここで倒す。そうすればセイバーだって元に戻ってシロと契約をし直せるでしょ。
Tohsaka tenses for action. I feel pressure as she's a tiger about to attack its prey. And as if to stop her.
理想論だな。彼女をここで倒すというのは難しい。逃げるだけならば彼女は当代一だ。何しろ逃亡のために実の弟すら八つ裂きにする女だからな。
Archer steps in between Tohsaka and Caster.
アーチャー、ちょっと何のつもりよ。
He does not answer Tohsaka. The knight in red suddenly confronts Caster. I think I saw something like this before.
実の弟すら八つ咲きにしたですって。知ったような口を聞くのね、アーチャー。あなたには私の正体が分かっていて。
竜の葉をよりしろとした人型はコルキス王の魔術と聞く。その娘王女メディアは希代の魔女と謳われたそうだが。
The air freezes. Caster's composure disappears and enmity like fire is directed at Archer.
そ
Ah, so he knows. He even said her actual name.
うならこの場はどちらが優勢かわかるでしょ。
Archer does not answer. His expression is like stone, as if accepting everything that is happening.
抵抗は無駄よ、アーチャー。あなたが何者だろうとセイバーを取り戻すことはできない。今はまだ私に逆らう意志が残ってるけど、それもあと1日持つかどうか。それに霊樹さえ使ってしまえば今すぐにだって私の人形にしてしまえるわ。
I barely stop myself from moving. Not yet. Even if that's true, now's not the time. If I want to save Saber, I can't jump out now.
たとえレイジを使われてもセイバーなら耐えられるわ。それが1分か2分かは知らない。けどそれだけあれば十分にあなたを仕留められるんじゃない？
Caster and Tohsaka are glaring at each other, standing in between them.
不可能だな。ここでお前を切り伏せようがせいぜいその半身を立つ程度。その後に待つのはセイバーとキャスターを同時に敵に回すという劣勢だけだろう。
Archer does not meet his master's expectations.
アーチャー、それは。
分かっているはずだ、リン。さすがにそうなっては勝ち目がない。セイバーは不完全なマスターのために能力を制限されていた。その縛りがなくなった以上、彼女は最強のサーバントだ。太刀打ちできるのはバーサーカーのみだろうよ。
I see Archer wasn't here to see the previous route, because he would know that Shiro is a completely capable master. He speaks plainly. Tohsaka stares at Archer in astonishment, and even Caster's bewildered by the sensible enemy. But it's different for me. I've experienced something like this before.
まさか。
I got a bad feeling. Back at the Ryudo temple, when Caster proposed that he join her, what did he say back to her when he refused?
やめろ。
I murmur without realizing. Don't do it. It's not because the situation will get worse. You're Tohsaka's partner, so don't do it. If you do such a thing, I don't know what kind of an expression she'll make. Archer steps forward. He is empty-handed as usual. He steps forward without enmity or intent to kill.
恨むなよ小僧。こうなってはこうする以外に道はなかろう。
He looks and smiles at me as if he knew I was watching this whole time.
さてキャスター、一つ尋ねるが、お前の許容量にまだ空きはあるのだろうな。
アーチャー、あんた。
Caster laughs out loud while Archer stands tall before her. And Tohsaka does not look away. She should break down at a time like this, but she keeps a straight face and endures it, gritting her teeth.
当然よ。一人と言わず全てのサーバントを扱えるだけの貯蔵はあるわ。 私の魔力がどこから補充されているかは知っているでしょ？
Magical energy that allows her to maintain 7 servants. It is the lives of the people in this town.
ならば話は早い。以前の話、受けることにするよ、キャスター。
He holds out his hands to Castor in spite of that. I feel like I'll go crazy. I can't forgive him for betraying Tohsaka and for approving of Castor and joining Castor's side. A hero. For this hero who embodies Emiyashiro's ideals to do such a thing.
あの時は断ったのに？ずいぶんと腰が軽いのね、あなたは。
状況が変わった。セイバーがそちらについたのなら、今回の聖杯戦争の勝機はお前にある。勝てる方につくのは当然の行為だろう。
Archer walks towards Castor defenselessly. That means he's abandoning Tohsaka. Tohsaka does not stop him and stares at her enemy. I know that figure. The red classroom. She tried to hide her trembling legs and act like the same old Tohsaka Rin, even the collapsed students in front of her. That's her strength and weakness. She tries to act firm in any situation so everybody around her gets the wrong idea that she's a strong person.
さあ、契約破りを使ってくれ。リンにはまだ霊樹が残っているからな。早くしなければお前に襲いかかってしまうぞ。
His tone doesn't change. He betrayed Tohsaka in front of her, but he's still acting normally. She must be on guard against such a guy. But she does not pierce Archer with it.
どうした？労せずして忠実な部下が手に入るのだ。何をためらう必要がある？
どうかしら。私は裏切り者を信用しない。あなたの言葉が正しいのなら、コマはセイバーだけでいいのではなくて？
裏切り者を信用しないか。確かに私はお前をも裏切るかもしれん。私は私のためにお前に下るのだからな。お前を主と認めたわけではない。だが
霊樹とは裏切り者を罰するためにあるでしょ？いいわ。あなた一人を御し得ないようでは私の器も知れるというもの。元よりあなたの宝具には興味があったことだし、思惑にはまってあげましょう。
Castor raises her arm. The dagger to eliminate the contract pierces Archer's chest. Tohsaka makes a pained face. It must be the reaction of having her contract broken by force. But this isn't the time to be hesitating. This has become the worst possible situation. Tohsaka watches Castor and slowly retreats. Tohsaka's calm. She knows it'd do no good to fight them now. If she wants to keep on fighting, she has to retreat for the moment. But there are 6 meters between Tohsaka and the stairs. Is it possible for her to run that distance safely? Impossible. It's apparent watching the scene from above. Kuzuki, who has been silent up until now, is on guard against Tohsaka. If she turns and runs full speed, she would be able to reach the stairs and get to the exit before Kuzuki catches up to her. Tohsaka sighs while looking at them. Her face. Heh, that's impossible. Seems to say so. She'll die. She'll be killed. If I try to help her, I'll also die. The area below me is a land of death. There's a master called Kuzuki along with 2 enemy servants. There's no way I get out of there alive. My throat is dry. My fingers are tense from nervousness. 0 or 1. Even before I can think. Tohsaka moves. She starts for the stairs without any warning. Behind her, a tall, lean figure catches up to her so quickly that Tohsaka appears to be standing still. Kuzuki's fist should hit her in the back of the head. He was able to hurt Saber through her armor. it should be easy for him to break a human skull. I can't save her. I can't save her by myself. I can't save her with this wooden sword. I'll die if I go out. 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 Oh, we're helping. Let's go. Go out. I jumped down. I don't even use the stairs. I've jumped down behind Tohsaka without even knowing it. But that's it. My wooden sword is destroyed by Kusuki's fist going for Tohsaka's head. Everyone's astonished by the sudden intruder, except for one man who reacts as though it's perfectly natural. He does not hesitate. It does not matter for this man who the enemy is. He has no emotion for the one who appeared. That sight is a thrust. There's no way to block it. I'll have my neck snap like a flower. How pitiful. It's meaningless if I won't last even 2 seconds. I will not be able to do anything, not even save Tohsaka. No. I had a way from the start. I can prepare numerous things to block the attack. If I am a magus, what does the fighting is not my body, but something I make out of magic.
トレースオン。
Then make it. Success is a matter of course. Do not reconstruct it from the basic structure. Danger. Read its concept, the maker's thought, expectation, moral, faith, and the origin itself. Danger. That is why it's not a reconstruction, but projection. It is an equal shadow cast by the true object. Danger. It does not matter how great the work is. If it has been accomplished, there's no problem with recreating it. Overload. Oh yeah. But there's another problem. Yes, the problem is that the unit cannot keep up with the function. My body is burning. Every cell in me catches fire. My nerves let out agonizing cries. My retina cracks and dries, and my heartbeat disappears. I ignore my body's order to stop. The concept of creation, the basic structure, the composition material, the skill of its making, the experience of its growth, the accumulated years. I skip it all and make up Kansho and Bakuya. My whole body is burning. Using projection now means dying. Amiyashio's body cannot handle such magic. My head ignores it, and therefore, my body will die. But that cannot be a problem. No, can't be. I will die if I reproduce swords? Of course not. This body is a magic circuit specialized for this purpose alone. I have been saved by swords, and I have lived with swords. I do not know about others, but it is impossible for me to destroy myself by reproducing swords. I repel it. The same weapons are in my hands, and my enemy is the same. Kansho and Bakuya are in my hands. The reproduced noble phantasm of Archer has repelled Kusuki's fist once again. It stops right there. Kusuki must have figured out this would turn out like last time as he takes a step back. My lungs explode. The breath I've been holding escapes my mouth in a rush. I don't feel my left shoulder. My wound is completely opened up and the blood stains not only my bandage, but my shirt as well. It's not damage brought on by using the projection magic. 2 attacks. I only repelled Kusuki's attack twice and my shoulder got destroyed. I bet my shoulder would have been dislocated with one more attack and my arm would have been ripped off. I can't show that. I ready my twin swords and protect Tohsaka's back. And Tohsaka is...
バカしろ！あんた、なんだってこんなところに来てんのよ！
She has stopped and is complaining to me. What else is new? I'm relieved. My choice wasn't wrong. I'm glad her good-heartedness is still there. No, now's not the time. It's too early to tell if my choice is right or not. We have to get out of here alive.
悪い。文句は後だ、トサカ。一息つけたらちゃんと聞くから。今はあいつらを何とかしよう。
Tohsaka nods silently and readies herself behind me.
手を出すと分かってはいたが、まさか飛び降りるとは思わなかった。
Kuzuki's watching us, his fist ready to fight. He has no intention of letting us go. He's standing there so he doesn't let one of us go. If either one of us moves, he should react right away. But I can't be taking my time. The wound in my shoulder is getting worse by the second. My concentration fades as more blood is lost. My body won't last long to start with. If we're to run, we should do so as fast as possible. But we can't run away that easily. Kuzuki will react if I move. When that happens, Tohsaka will be the first one to die. I have to defeat Kuzuki to let Tohsaka go, but I don't have the power to beat him, and he's not our only enemy. Behind Kuzuki are Caster and the Betrayer, Archer. No, in the worst case, Saber might also become our enemy. Was there no exit to begin with? There's no miracle that will let us escape from here? I want Tohsaka to escape at the very least, but even that would require so much luck that it makes me sick.
そこまでのようね。あなたの乱入には驚いたけど、結果は変わらないわ。ええ、その顔では諦めもついたようだし。出てきたということは、殺されてもいいということよね、坊や。ここでおしまいにしてあげるわ。生かしておいても面倒でしょうし、ここでまとめて。
She's coming. I'll resist with all my powers. I ready my twin swords and stand in front of Tohsaka. Release intent to kill, right before it reaches us.
いいや。待て、キャスター。
The knight in red stops the attack with an emotionless voice.
はあ、じゃあこの場での発言権がないことぐらい読み取ってると思ったけど。
いや、言い忘れていたことがあった。お前の軍門に下るには一つだけ条件をつけたい。
条件ですって？
ああ、無抵抗でお前に自由を差し出したのだ。その代償としてこの場では奴らを見逃してやれ。どのみちマスターとしては機能しない者たちだ。殺す価値はないだろう。
This proposal sounds objective. Tohsaka watches it intently.
見逃せですって？言動の割には甘いのね、あなた。
私とて人の子だ。さすがに裏切った瞬間に主を殺したでは後味が悪い。
裏切り者のくせによく本人の前で人並みのことを言えたものね。いいわ、今回は見逃してあげましょう。けれど次に目障りな真似をしたら誰が止めようと殺します。それでいいかしら、アーチャー。
当然だ。この状況でなお戦いを挑むような愚か者ならば手早く死んだ方がいい。
That must have concluded the negotiation. The intent to kill filling the temple goes away, and the restraining enmity fades.
そういうことよ、お二人さん。今回は見逃してあげるわ。さあ、敗者は敗者らしく逃げるように立ち去りなさい。
I glare at Caster, but Tohsaka pulls on my arm
行
silently.
きましょう。今はあいつの言う通りよ。
She whispers in my ear. I calm down and turn my back to the enemy. We don't run but slowly make our way to the stairs. The distance that seems so great is covered in just a few steps. A footstep. Tohsaka takes a step onto the stairs and turns back to Caster. No, that's wrong. Tohsaka did not look at Caster, but at the man smiling beside our enemy.
恨むのなら筋違いだぞ、リン。マスターとしてこの女の方が優れていただけの話だ。優劣が明確ならば私は強い方を取る。
そうね。けど後悔するわよ。私は絶対に降りない。いい？キャスターを倒してあんたを取り戻す。 その時になって謝っても許さないんだから。
You earned your master's ire, Archer. You're in trouble.
それは無駄骨だな。まあ自殺するというのなら止めはしないが。
She turns away and starts to walk.